Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to do Horizon Forbidden West for the rest of this week because I'm lazy, and I can. Those are pretty much the two. Yeah, those are the exact two reasons. In fact, did I? Does it go green when you complete the? It does. Okay. Oh, I didn't complete that Rebel Outpost. Oh yeah, there's also that cauldron. Oh yeah, I couldn't figure out how to get the fuck down it though. Oh, apparently ducks are hanging around there. The duck. Oh yeah, I need to fast travel to wait, I don't really need to well, I'll fast travel because I want to get more specifically to where the owls are. Oh. Last 2 days haven't been bad, but boy are they were just kinda lumpy. I don't know how else to describe it. Lumpy's not even a good term. Just like uh just I had shit to do. Shit to do ish. Maybe that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I just had like stuff to do, and so I was just kind of like, fine. Yeah, yesterday or Tuesday, I had to go and get food because apparently when you live on your own, uh, food doesn't automatically come to you, or even just periodically randomly appear in your refrigerator. You have to do this thing called shopping. Are you an owl? You are! Fuck it. Oh my gosh, I just shot a fucking tear arrow at it. Oh, I'm the big dumb. There are bigger dumbs out there, but I'm the big dumb right now. Oh my gosh, I sent that. Holy crap, I have over 1,500 fucking dudamajigs. Herbage. Oh, you Mr. Owl. Do you know how many set licks it takes to get to the center of a fucking Tootsie Pop? Huh? Do ya? Fucking Mr. Owl being a bitch. If you don't know that commercial, you're too young. Too young, I say. I'm old and crabby. We've established this, though. Okay, I'm going the right way. But yeah, it's, oh, owl. That one knew how many licks it took to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Owl feather, 2 of 3. Make sure there are any down there. There's a goat. Oh, there's Mr. Owl.
You could fire at anyone traveling down the mountain from this spot. No wonder the rebels set up here.
Come on, get the midnight bloom. Yeah, I got the midnight bloom. Oh, I got the owl wishbone. Neat. So now I think I just need the owl feather. I think that's all the owl parts I need. And then I need to start getting fish junk. Oh, hey Vicar. I'm alright. It was the last 2 days I had to do adult stuff after work. I was like, Tuesday I had to go grocery shopping because I didn't exactly have food to cook. Or ingredients in the fridge, I guess, to make into food. To eat. And then yesterday I had to gather documents because I have to renew my driver's license. Um, and I needed documents. And I was like running around just like trying to find documents. What the fuck? I thought I had this mission selected. Whatever. But yeah, that's why I haven't been on the last couple days, because fucking shit, man. Being an adult kind of sucks. Also, I'm figuring out I should probably have like a file folder or some sort of filey-majig to keep like important documents in one. I kind of have them all in one place, but I also need to like sort through and figure out like what is what and what is from like 5 years ago of just stuff to hang on. For example, like I have my... The fuck is that? That's a weird fucking owl. There's a better... They're two closer owls. Gotcha. But yeah, like I have like old lease agreements from my previous apartments and stuff, which some of the older ones I actually can probably just shred at this point. Because I mean, if they haven't in the last 5 years, oh yeah, I don't quite have that much with me, I should say. I know there's documents of that kind of shit back at my parents' home. Yeah, just because it's weird to throw some stuff out, like, because it feels like it's important and it used to be important, but yeah, like from grade school and primary school, it's just like, oh, I don't need this anymore. But at that point, you're keeping with all your other stuff, and it's not taking up too much space. You're just like, I'll just keep it, even though you should throw it out. But I'm in that boat. I'm not making any criticisms. I'm in that fucking same ass boat. I should be throwing shit like that out, but I don't, because I'm a fucking weirdo. Oh. But yeah. No, yeah, I got like that. I got like old W-2s, which are tax documents, which you need to keep the last 7 years of, which I think I have like the last 4 or 5 years of. Oh no, I think I have the last like 6 years of. I think I have it dating back to 2017. But or 2016, I should say. But yeah, it's dumb. Oh man. Yeah, and some of those lease agreements, yeah, it's just like I've even looked because I was just moving around the area, and so every time I had to like your lease is up in a year, so you got to look around and try and find a better price of places. And some of the places I was at that I moved from have changed company names, like I want to say at least once in a lot of cases. So I think almost all of them have changed like their company and like who owns them like once. If not, and I think the one did it like 2 or 3 times. They've gone through like remodels and remakes. So it's kind of like at this point, if you really want to ding me for doing something, you should have done it several years ago when it was the company that I was leasing under, and like before you remodeled and did shit to the place that would effectively erase any evidence of me doing anything, which I didn't even fucking put holes in the wall to hang up like pictures. I didn't even put like command strips on really much of anything. I just had like one in the kitchen that hung up my fucking oven mitts from. That was the only thing that I would hang up in apartments. And it was just, and I never painted, I never hung up anything, and I barely, until now, like, this is the most furniture I have, which is, for the longest time, I had a bed and a kitchen table that I was using as a computer desk. And that was fucking it. Like, I didn't have a specific desk for my computer. I didn't have a specific kitchen table to eat on. Those two were combined into one amalgamation of stupid. I didn't have a couch, I didn't have a coffee table. I didn't even have a TV or TV stand or anything like that for 3 years, I want to say. Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years, which I didn't miss the TV too much until I got a Switch and started playing some like game, and I was like, I could kind of wish I had a TV to play this on, because my computer monitor back then just had like one DisplayPort input, and I think it might have had an HDMI input, but it didn't like switching between the two, so it was just like, I'm not gonna hook this up. The switch up to my computer monitor. Oh man. Yeah, fucking. Okay, duck feathers is probably gonna be the next thing to go for. Alright, let's go to lay map. Let's walk around up here actually and see if there's a campfire I can stumble upon. What is this? Oh, velociraptors. Oh, but good news is I'm done with owls. You get to go free, Mr. Owl. You get to find out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Nope. No. Oh my gosh, I really almost stumbled into a giant... Oh, let's see if we can discover it, at least so it's on the map. Where is it anyway? Okay, so there's the Fanghorns, which means Big and Angry is going to be around here somewhere. Oh, there he be.
Frost will help here. Machine was born for the cold.
Oh, an Apex Frostclaw. Fantastic. I hate it. Wow, it really doesn't have any... The good news is about the Frostclaws is that, and the Fireclaws, is that you don't have to, like, shoot off a part of it. The bad news is it's heading this right away. I think I'm playing on normal, because I'm on a controller instead of mouse and keyboard, and even though I played Zero Dawn on mouse and keyboard, I was still bad at aiming in this game. I don't know what it is with if it was like with the lead times. They seem to be a little more helpy in this one, and maybe it's with the auto aim going is a little more helpy, because I turn it off in mouse and keyboard because it's very annoying. It's like, I'm aiming at this, and then it just fucking doesn't shoot there. Yeah. As if Frostclaws weren't like literally the second toughest enemy in Horizon Zero Dawn. Now we have Apex Frostclaws. And I believe that would mean that there's probably Apex Fireclaws, which were again the hardest enemy, I think. I think those qualified as the hardest enemy in Zero Dawn. Because the only strategy you could really do against them was, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, don't die, don't die, don't die. There wasn't much of it. I gotta fucking do this tiptoe around them, because I don't want it. I want Big Meanie to fight Big Meanie. Oh. Oh no. That's a Fanghorn saw me, didn't they? You didn't see shit! Go away! Oh my gosh, did you actually see me?
Been spotted.
Ow! It fucking beat. Oh, he ho ho. Ho 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 ho. Running away. This is the run and away song. I just wanted to find a campfire up here. Oh, I don't want to fight the bear. Oh, it's just you. Okay, go away. Scoot! Scoot your boots! Get out of here. Oh man, I just wanted to see if I can unlock a fast... Oh, shelter! Yes, they do, and actually what I've unlocked... Which, I don't know why she has the spikes out anyway. Oh, that's just her spear. For the one quest, I got this split horn spike thrower, and it has these drilling spikes. And let me tell you, those work fucking wonders. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do tear off bits very easily and nicely. Oh, I almost died. It's good to try and not die in these games generally. There is really just like no campfire up here, is there? Which is weird, because like there's campfires all over, like every 2 feet in this game, to the point where it's almost annoying, because you can't like fucking like go anywhere without hitting a campfire. And just like it makes it easier in the end game, but then you're like, I gotta unlock it. But
the guy gave me for Demeter are close.
I don't want to go to Demeter, lady. I just want the campfire. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna make the fucking things I need. But yeah, explosives on especially the tougher enemies that don't have much weakness, it's just explode them. I've noticed in this game, it's just a lot of just blow them up, which I am perfectly fine with personally. Oh, I need more fucking lobsters and crabs. Ah, jeez. More fish. Well, I know where to get those, so let's go ahead and create a job for that. Oh, I have to go hunt a fox, too. Foxes are everywhere. We'll just make a thing for that fully upgraded. I'm just gonna make a job for everything I need. 3 gull feathers. Eesh. Because I'm gonna go hunting this stuff down now anyway. Pretty much. Oh, do I sincerely need more owl feathers for the tripwire pouch? Oh my dingus dangus. Oh, I don't like that. I wanted to just like get these upgrades done and over with because I'm tired of having like too little ammo. Because while crafting like you can just have the resources and crafting ammo is easy enough. And generally doesn't interrupt your flow of combat, but it's just kind of annoying to do in the middle of a fight. Well, I guess I'm gonna go fucking find some more Mr. Owls while I'm here. Ah, dingus. Hi, Mr. Bighorn. I don't think I need any bighorn parts. Or more bighorn parts. Yeah, actually ducks are over by where I was with that like old prison that you liberate. There was a good amount of ducks. What are you? I don't know. It's not an owl, so fuck it. Oh. Oh yeah, and soon, because I completely forgot to do that this summer. This game might get a bit of a hiatus in favor of playing some what do you call it? Oh, it was actually an owl. Oh, it looked like it. It didn't look like one. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, this game might get a tiny hiatus. Because I forgot during the summer, because I wasn't feeling it the one winter, or actually this past winter. I sat down to play Super Mario Sunshine. I was like, because I have the Switch Mario 3D All Stars collection, which is fantastic. Because those are the games I fucking loved as a kid. It was just like Nintendo was like, by the way, you want to just have nostalgia for $60? And I was like, yeah, I do. You know me, Nintendo. And then an owl wishbone. Oh, well, I guess I needed that. By the way, that owl does not look like he's walking correctly. Looks almost like he's just swimming right now. But yeah, I started to play it in the winter, and oh, fuck you, owl. That was an owl, I'm pretty sure. Gotcha. One owl feather. If I have another quest that needs owl feathers, fuck that noise. Oh, dang butt. Oh, my slappy ding. Oh, it's the fucking polar bear. Yeah, it was the polar bear. Oh. Oh, my flappy anuses. You want to move on. These aren't the droids they're looking for. Oh, he's got flashlights. Oh, that's nice of the Hephaestus to be like, hey, you can't see very well in the dark? Use some flashlights. Good guy, Hephaestus. There any back the way I came? Any respawn? No? Fuck. Oh yeah, but anyway. So my plan was to actually play that this summer and stream it a bit. But I forgot about that, and I ended up getting a PS5 after I moved, and I was like, oh fuck, Horizon Forbidden West. And now I just haven't played any Super Mario Sunshine. So, oh, you butt cheek and fuck nugget. So if that guy doesn't interrupt me anymore, the plan, I think is gonna be... Oh, I think that's a fucking duck taking off, too. 2 out of 3 owl feathers, and here's the other owl I killed. Just some rich meat, that kinda sucks. Yeah, we'll come to the mountaintop. 'Cause we can. But yeah, I think I'm going to... I can never finish an answer, or a sentence. I think I'm going to play... what is it called? Uncharted. Finish the Nathan Drake collection. That's Crow. Followed by... I'm thinking I'm gonna... And then I'll do like Super Mario Sunshine over the weekends. And this will kind of take a hiatus. And it's gonna just be until I beat... Oh, that owl went away. I didn't even spoople it. But that's not even going to be long, hopefully. I've been actually making pretty good progress through whatchamajigger. through Nathan Drake Collection. I'm already on Uncharted 3. I have played it before. Oh, that guy's on the other side of the fucking hill. So things are kind of just more... what's the word for it? Things are more familiar, and I don't really have to, like, go sorting for everything or, like, try and figure things out as I go. Oh, how did I... Well, while I'm here, in the unknown zone... But yeah, now, because it's kind of... Super Mario Sunshine's kind of a summer game, so I'm just like, I'll play it during the summer, and then I haven't yet, because I forgot about it entirely. So we're gonna do that. Come on. Up, upsy daisy Zayla. You can do it. Oh, there's apparently a... This looks awful. There's a cliff to jump off of at least, which is nice. Oh, nice. Oh. Well then. Oh, yeah. Cool then. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of, Oh, wow, this is awesome looking.
Breaking that pod should stop one of its attacks.
I don't know how to dodge this guy easily, so we're just gonna kinda... Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 swimming.
Let this green shine off carefully.
Ooh, a crack. The fuck is this? Fire Clamberjaw? Clamberjaws? Where the fuck did I go? Hold on, wait a minute. The fuck is this place? I mean, it's awesome I found this place, but like, my beans. So there's something legendary in here? Oh, an ancient skull, a fucking artificial heart. Alright. But yeah, no, it's... Oh, there we got the fart juices going. I need their tails, generally. Ow.
Much better.
Oh no, they're farting. Oh, that's just a scrap part. Oh, I just hit it off before they throw it at me. Oh, that's fucking, I need your tail. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. God, ding dangus. Ow. Fucking ass monkey. Kinda literally in this case. Got your tail. Ow. Oh, I'm on fire. Ouch. Ouch. Ouchies. I'd like to not be on fire right now. Ding dang didgeridoo. Ow. You rude ass bitch. You know what? Why am I so zoomed in? Ow. Got him. Ah, bitch, I missed. Give me your money. No, I'm staying. I'm taking this money. If he's gonna be a dick, I'm gonna steal his fucking money. Where'd you go? Oh. I think that was your tail. Yep, component removed. I got him. We got him, kids. You're right. Dang right I'm stealing all money, That's it. Get the fucking drill. Yeah, that's what the drill spear does. It's pretty awesome. I enjoy it. And give me your tail. Ooh, baby. And shiny green rock. Woohoo. And more money from him. Take his loot too while we're at it. Alright, let's see what I left behind. It's Sparky. No, it's just Sparky. Ooh, a big cluster. So this is like a big green shine cache gauntlet area. Like, come here, get a bunch of green shine if you can.
Green shine might trade for something good.
Actually stand to like live through the ordeal. Some good loot in here too. Holy cow! So this is what you get for exploring. I like it. This is another one of those good games where they're just like, hey, by the way, we're just gonna. Not that you need to go get it, but we're just gonna throw some cool stuff in the corner of the world. Yeah, go have fun. There it is. I might try and squeeze through the crack, because I'm wondering if I have to make my way back through here, or if I continue on. Because I know there's stuff I left in this section. Oh yeah, how's it going, Dorano? Before I forget to ask. And I don't know if I asked you, Vicar, how's it going? Don't want to be a rude dude. Hey, sometimes you gotta do some crack squeezing. Sorry for the bleeps and the flashes. It's how the fucking. Let's do this. Get an eye on things. Okay, there's green shine over there. Oop, I accidentally hit it. Sorry. Just. Oh, nope, it's not me that time. It's just doing it while I'm in this kind of looky-loo thing. Where did it say it was? Tallneck signal? Wait a minute, where did I... It says it's there, but... Hey man, you don't see nothing. Oh, hold on, where am I? Who am I? Where's the crack? Oh, there's up. So that's out. I don't want to go out. I want to go. I need my crack. I need to squeeze through my crack. Squeeze through the crack. Hey, sometimes you gotta ask about the crack squeezing. I have no idea where the fuck that green shine chunk is, so we're just gonna kind of say he exists and ignore him. As much as I'd like to get him, and it's kind of annoying me, but at the same time, screw that guy. In the great words of Claptrap. Screw that guy. Ooh, explodies. Oh. Because, yeah, you have to... I don't... Actually, boa constrictors don't have venom, do they? That's what makes them boa constrictors. Am I making my way into a cauldron? I feel like I may be sneaking myself into a cauldron here. Well, no getting back up that way. There's that tall neck signal. Nope, just out of a cave. Ah, fucking shit monkey. Actually, if that that tall neck right there. And here's some sunwings. Okay, so I did it. I did the thing, apparently. Wasn't I... Hold on. Oh yeah, I was up here, and then I entered it, and now I've made my way down through to here. Okay. Oh, fucking sunwings. I will shoot your asses. I should take care of these guys before I fucking do it. I'm just gonna try for the parts off of them. Whether I get them or not is, you know, completely up to the sunwing.
I don't know will have much effect on it.
No. Bad sunwing. Oh, he threw the purple Dwayne. I'll stab you. I said I'd do it. Ah. Yeah, where do you... Why do they always do that? Oh, he's going in for the Wombo Mambo combo. Oh, fuck, that was a good hit. I hit him right in his fucking head mohawk. Oh, he did. Oh, hide from second dude. See if I can sneak attack him. See if we can give this guy a sneaky salmon. Oh, and land. Get some herbage after the fucking stupid that was fighting those monkeys. Oh, did I knock off his fucking shield caster? Oh, yes. Let's go, baby. Ah, purple. Sheep, go. It's dangerous. He's got the purple Dwayne. Ah. I don't like you. Ow! Fucking purple throwing bitch. Yeah, I hit you with the spinning fucking pointy stick now, didn't I, bitch? Shoot you in your fucking long ass throat.
Fire.
Ah! Rude motherfucker. Ah! Not the purple, Dwayne! Ow! You fucking Herbie dick butt. Ah! 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 Oh, I made him drop the Dwayne! Get your Dwaynes out of here, you weird motherfucker. Oh, let's see if I can find that fucking shield caster. He threw it off the fucking face of the earth, didn't he? I think he threw it off the... Oh, there it is! Let's go! I'll come back to that cabin because I want to see what's up there, but... Let's go, baby! Gimme. Give me that shield caster, yes! Oh yeah, that's the business right there. That is the big business.
We'll fill more pouch with these later.
Oh. Yeah, I would imagine a boa constrictor, seeing as how I mean, if you go to like the zoo or something like that, they'll have like boa constrictors, and those things are like fucking... Let's see, hold on. I gotta convert things in my head because my fucking brain is conditioned to thinking like feet and yards. But those are dumb units of measurement. But yeah, they're like 30 feet, if not bigger, and that's like... See, it's about 3 feet per meter, so like 10 meters.
Looks like some kind of war god.
Oh, I found a totem. Cool. Let's making my way downtown. Oh, let's maybe aim for this campfire if I don't find another one, that is. Oh, I wonder if there's like a little collectibles area that I can see what it is. The fuck are you?
Could use purge water against it.
Oh, velociraptors. Okay. They look kind of weird from far away. I was like, the fuck is this shit? Notebook. Collectibles. Those are the ornaments, Plain Song, Vista Points. Oh, I have to turn in those black boxes, those 2 black boxes I found. Got all the signal lenses, I know I did that. Oh, it is Kratos! That's pretty great. But, yeah, Final Fantasy XIV is a MMORPG. It is actually, so far, the only... Well, I shouldn't say the only... So, long story short, I'm not usually a huge fan of MMOs. I find them, like, overly grindy. And by the time, generally, because I have a thing called a job, in the hour or two I could put into it a day, um, even if I played every day for like 2 hours, I would still not catch up to where like I need to be compared to like a lot of the people who are doing like the end game and like the hard content, um, and the more interesting stuff in the game. Uh, so I would always personally have a hard time getting into them because it felt like I'm always grinding, I'm always getting levels, I'm always trying to get better gear for some sort of quest or mission I'm never actually getting to. Because especially like Elder Scrolls Online was all right, but like I just beat the main mission boss thing from like the original story. And I've heard the expansion stories in that game are better. Um, that one is not a monthly fee, by the way. If you want to try out Elder Scrolls Online, it is like $50 or something. And a lot of times on a Steam sale, you can get like for that $50, you get other stuff. Um, oh no, you're good on the Snake Nerd moment. Hold on, because I think I'm just having a bad measurement in my head. I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I'm not thinking 30 feet. I'm thinking 10 feet. Never mind. Bad unit. So like 3 meters. Still big as shit though. 3 meters is long, man. Sorry. 6 to 7 meters and 75 kilograms? Holy fucking shit. That's a fucking big ass snake. No, be Snake Nerd. Fucking, I don't know shit about snakes. They're kind of cool, but at the same time, they're a little weird to me still. It's kind of like spiders. Some spiders in the right like context or in the right picture, they look adorable as fucking all get out to me. I don't know why. But then you see like a fucking Black Widow and you're like, that is death. Ugh. And it just kind of gives you gives me the heebie-jeebies. Um, but what? Oh yeah, but yeah, on to Final Fantasy 14. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say words. Oh yeah. So usually that's where it is, and in Final Fantasy 4, WoW was really bad at that. Where WoW would be WoW was definitely like a lot of grinding because even when you got to the final boss and the final thing, and this has been a problem with their story that pretty much everyone who's ever played WoW has given them shit about for their end boss and final boss that you for the expansion or for the main game or for whatever is always a lead up to the next thing. It's always saying, "Oh, I was trying to like get power and do this so I could beat the bigger badder guy who's coming, and that's the next bad guy in the next expansion." Um and it sucks. Not to mention the WoW community is kind of There's good people there, but they're very heavily overshadowed by the big fucking asshats. Um, and um, yeah, even gameplay wise, a lot of their um, a lot of their shit is just like keep grinding so you can like, for example, the last expansion, which is the only time I played WoW really because my brother was excited about it and he talked me into getting it and paying for a couple months of WoW for Shadowlands. in the last expansion, I did play a hunter because I was like, ooh, a pet. You can have a pig as your sidekick. That sounds fucking great. They had something called Torghast, which is effectively Diablo dungeon runs, which in theory sounds great. And it was fantastic for the first couple levels, but as soon as you get to what is considered like mid-tier difficulty, it just goes from like, oh, this is pretty easy. Oh, that boss was kind of difficult. I made it through with some headroom to spare. Because a lot of enemies in that area, they don't do like dodgeable damage. They do just like, you just take damage. But yeah, if you don't have like a group of people, even the mid-tier stuff becomes kind of impossible. But you can't really like LFR for it easily. You can't like just get into random groups with people very easily for it. And if it's like dungeon running in WoW, where it's people just dungeon running in WoW is just fucking terrible. Whereas so far in Final Fantasy XIV, dungeon running with strangers has been fantastic. The story, while hard to follow because it's Final Fantasy, it's easier to follow than other Final Fantasies, I will say. Because I've seen other Final Fantasies, like summaries, story summaries and stuff like that, because, well, I mean, everywhere you go, somebody's playing Final Fantasy in terms of like gaming spheres. They're like gushing over it. Hold on, I need to get the duck feathers going. In Final Fantasy XIV, the story is better than in WoW. It's not a lot, like, you feel like you're accomplishing stuff in the story. It's not just like a lot of like, oh, you beat him, now to go beat the bigger guy. It's like, oh, you beat the big guy. And there is a bigger guy, but there's like some resting points is probably a good way to put it. Love like, hey, go relax, do some side quests, do some other stuff, and then come back to me later. Or there's like a little bit of a break in the story, which is maybe what WoW needs between expansions. But yeah, it's all very like the story beats are much better. The story itself is much better, although especially at the beginning, there's a lot of fucking like in the initial. Sorry, I was wondering why I couldn't save. Cutscene of Final Fantasy XIV when you start up a new game or a new character, they throw, I want to say, 12 names at you. And thankfully my brother was like, don't worry about that. You don't have to know any of those fucking names at all to like have fun or like continue on with the story. Just ignore all that. Just know that there used to be a big-ass dragon, and they stopped the big-ass dragon, but at the cost of everyone losing their memory of who the heroes were. That saved the world from the big-ass dragon. It's very... But yeah, like, they literally, like, they name-drop you, like, I want to say 12 different, yeah, like it's literally like 12 different names are just like, by the way, here's Gralgon the Destroyer, and he's actually a good guy despite being called the Destroyer, and he's fighting the evil dragon Gorgamon, and they're all like got G names, and it's fucking terrible. Oh. But you do go through the game, you're just like, oh, I didn't have to fucking focus on anything. Fantastic. I love it. I didn't have to learn shit, and I'm doing just fine with names. You only have to know, and even later on, I just call them by their nicknames. Like, what is, I think I actually have to queue for a raid as part of the story. Right now. I'm trying to think of, like, some of the names of the people I'm dealing with. I can't, I want to say it's something with an R. I nicknamed him something with an R. It's not Ronaldo. It's not like Rub-a-Dub-Dub. The fuck? What did I call him? I gave him like, he had like an actual name. Maybe it was Randall. Maybe I nicknamed him Randall. It was with an R. I know his name starts with an R. But, Jar's probably like, the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, what was it? Not important. Anyway, this is... Ducks. But yeah, it's like, okay, you don't have to... The weak point is kind of just like a minor weak point because you don't actually have to know their fucking names or any shit like that. What the fuck? Is there something under the waterfall here? Oh. Boom time. But the story is much better. The gameplay is much better too. Because you actually have to do stuff like move. But it's not a chore to do stuff like move. And Elder Scrolls Online actually had this as a big benefit too. Because it plays a lot closer to Skyrim on Elder Scrolls Online, so it's very like, oh, you can actually dodge attacks and stuff like that. And Final Fantasy XIV is similar, where it's very much like, oh, you're actually supposed to dodge it, but by the way, you're not going to sit there casting, unless you're playing the Black Mage, you're not going to, which is one of like the 50 different classes they have. Oh, I hear a fucking duck. Where are you, quacky bitch? Duck. Got it. There he is. Oh, duck meat. Oh, it's a fucking hippo. Son of a bitch. But yeah, you're actually able to like dodge stuff, and it's not a huge pain in your ass to like be like, oh, I don't want to like stand in the fire. Okay, well you just hit S, because abilities don't take 10 again unless you're playing the Black Mage like I am, because I'm dumb. Well, not dumb, but I wanted to play a mage DPS, and I was just like, oh, that looks like fun, and it is fun, but you kind of stand still a lot. But now I'm trying out the Red Mage, and literally every other class doesn't have that problem. Including the Red Mage, which is kind of nice. The fuck are you? Oh, Salmon. I might need you. Got him. I obtained one cold water fish and swam through the dirt a bit. Yeah. There's just a lot of things where Final Fantasy XIV brings it a lot closer to, like... It's not a single-player game, but it makes it so that way you're not losing any of, like... What's the word for it? Not like any of the... Yeah, you're not losing, like, any of the quality or gameplay elements because it's an MMO. Whereas in, like, WoW, the combat is very... It hasn't... let's just say it hasn't really improved a ton. Since its release, because I also, because Classic WoW was as part of my subscription when Shadowlands came out. So I dabbled in Classic WoW and oddly liked it better because although you were slower paced, the enemies were too. But yeah, so it was a little more even in Classic WoW, it felt. But yeah, especially in like New WoW, the enemies are very fast-paced, and they're constantly doing stuff, so unless you're playing, like, a class that can keep up with them, you're kind of screwed. So for example, the hunter was actually not bad because he had a pet to kind of help out in that regard and constantly attack or do something. While a lot of your abilities were instant casts as well, or like 1 second casts. But if you played like a fucking mage in WoW and like the new expansions and shit, like holy fuck. If you were not good at the game and were not like practiced at playing a mage for a long time, good luck. Because guess what? You're gonna have to learn how to cast when your cast takes like 5-6 seconds. And by the way, the boss throws out a fucking thing for you to dodge every 2-3 seconds. It's dumb. It is very dumb. Where again, and then again, like Final Fantasy XIV and Elder Scrolls Online seem to fix it a lot. But yeah, I would say Final Fantasy XIV, I don't know, there's something about it that makes it better than even... I like it more than I liked Elder Scrolls Online. And when I got to the expansions of Elder Scrolls Online, it definitely got better, but, I don't know. Yeah, let's go back to the campfire. I think I know a better place to get dukes. There's one snorty pig. But yeah, you just gotta, like, I don't know. If you don't like MMORPGs, though, that's the thing, though, is Final Fantasy XIV may change your mind. It's hard to say. It kind of changed my mind. I still have a lot of the same feelings I do about MMOs, quite frankly, in general. But it did alleviate some. Like, the combat is definitely a lot better, which is a lot of what you do in the game. The world building and a lot of the enemy designs and stuff like that are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it just has, like, that spark of just, like, being better. Yeah, there are ducks around here. I knew it. Right in the tush. 2 duck feathers. There we go. Yeah, I like those sometimes. I don't know. It depends on the game and kind of what the mood hits me with.
Remember the 10.
Like, I'm trying to think of the game. Like, jeez, what was that game? Again, kind of going back to it because it's one of the more diverse and well-balanced like RPGs that I've played. Dragon Age Inquisition. I enjoyed playing both a mage and a like a semi-support mage and a tank. Like a main DPS with like a few support abilities in that game because frankly your AI partners can be a little dumb and need the help to not die instantly sometimes. So Search the crab. But yeah, the tank was also really fun to play in that game, and honestly, even like the bow and arrow rogue didn't seem like it dealt a lot of damage, which I actually need to maybe try modding Dragon Age Inquisition again, because I think that'd be the next class I'd like to play. If I did play through it again, would be the would be a bow and arrow rogue. There's a lobster. Sorry, Larry. I know they named him Larry the Lobster in SpongeBob, but I can't really think of a better lobstery name for a lobster. Quite frankly. What's a lobsterier name than Larry? But yeah, that's the only thing is like the bow and arrow just felt like it was a little underpowered. And not like too underpowered though, it's just like when your abilities were on cooldown, it didn't feel like you did a lot, and even when your abilities weren't on cooldown, and when even some of your abilities didn't really hit very well. Part of it might also just be like, do you need to control them better? And since I wasn't playing them, you definitely don't get a lot of like the movement abilities to the AI because they don't use them very well in that game. So when you take over as them, it can feel a little like you're just like, okay, come on, man, just get behind them, just get behind them. Oh shit, I can't get behind them because it's fucking. Oh, it's gonna tell me go all the way up there for fucking seagulls. Screw that noise. So I need seagulls, a fox. What's the fox even for? Rope pouch, whatever. I'm the rope pouch. So let's go find some seagulls, I think.
The rebels were beaten at the
Oh, that's actually oddly what I played. An elf mage. Oh, you're a pelican. Get out of here. Oh, wait. I think you asked what difficulty I'm on in this game earlier. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me search back through the chat. Yes, you did ask what difficulty I'm playing on. I believe I'm playing on normal. Yes, difficulty normal. Because I didn't want to die a lot, but I also do like a bit of a challenge in the game. Not to mention normal, and if it's a new game, even if I think I won't have too difficult of a time on it, I'll put it on normal difficulty a lot of times, just because it's usually what the game developer intended as like the difficulty you generally want to play it on. Like, hey, it's gonna flow the best and be the best using this difficulty. Oh, howdy. Pick up some fire. Do-do-do. Oh, you're good, Dorano. So with combat, you definitely first of all, I would toss down the difficulty if you're having trouble. See how it feels then. And that's not a mark on you, that's more Some of them are harder to... I think I tried, like, my second playthrough, I tried upping the difficulty by 1. So I was like, oh, it gets a little easy towards the end game. The beginning of that game is actually fairly difficult. So it might just be something you need to get past. Because the beginning game, they don't give you a lot of gear. And a lot of it's not good gear or spec towards what you want to do. For example, you might find a good fire staff, but you're trying to build like an ice control mage. So for the mage, if I remember correctly, you have the you have ice, fire, death, and like earth, or like spirit. Spirit is what they called it, yeah. And spirit are your main trees that you can focus into. Ice is very much like if you want to control the battlefield. Obviously, being elemental, you're also tied up in the fact that certain enemies will just be fire resistant, certain enemies will be ice resistant. So it's good to have a few, like at least one of each of those abilities that's in your off. I don't think any enemies are ever death resistant though. So if you want to just deal like flat out damage, death is a good way to go. Especially fire deals the most damage as well. Ice will deal a lot of damage, especially once you upgrade your blizzard. You can just pretty much have it constantly going, in which case it'll slow the enemy, but it doesn't slow your teammates. And it ends up working out very well. That's a duck. I need seagulls. Pelican. Yeah, and then Spirit is kind of funky. And I wish they kind of redid the Spirit tree in one of their expansions or DLCs, whatever you want to call them. Seagull.
This isn't over. Regalo with you.
2 out of 3 gold feathers. But what was I saying? Let me see. Oh yeah, so let me just go through the trees one by one. Spirit is kind of funky because it has a few like shield and helping moves. It's very much the most support tree out of all of them. Like, I think your first ability is literally just a shield you cast in an area and it shields your allies. But then there's also like a few moves that you can do with it as well. I don't know, it gets a little weird. It's hard to describe. I almost never do it. I grab the shield for my allies because it can just be a good like clutch move, or at the beginning of the fight just cast it on everyone. And then get into the fight. Now there's a duck. Don't need a duck. So that's recommended getting, not like first, because you need damage abilities, as the mage is like a big DPS class in that game. So even if you were going to spec into it, I would still recommend getting another like classes abilities, or not classes, another thingamabob's abilities. There's seagulls. Let's try and find a workbench. Let me see. We'll move on to ice. Ice is the big crowd control tree. If you don't slow them, you'll slow their attack speed, and if you don't slow their attack speed, you'll probably you'll either slow them, slow their attack speed, or freeze them, or once you get further down and further going, you'll like freeze them, and then they'll be slowed with their attack speed slowed after they break out of the freeze, like the next 10 seconds. It's pretty fantastic. It is actually... It's very good for human enemies. Single big boy enemies, there's only like 1 or 2 good moves that will help you out. Because there's one that just is like, okay, single target, as long as he's not considered like a monstrous or like huge enemy. I forget what they call it in that game, in Inquisition. Yeah, as long as they don't consider it like monstrous or huge, it will freeze them, and then they will have a debuff afterwards, the enemy. However, a lot of what the ice moves do, especially if you do freeze them, if you have like a tank or somebody or like a rogue, hit them hard, like for the rogue if they use an exploding ability on them, or a tank if they use like their shield bash or something, or like their kick on them or something like that, it will break them out of the freeze, but it deals pretty much every enemy like half their health and damage, just like instantly. It's really good. What else is there going on in that game? Oh yeah, I think I was going to try and do some of the fighting pits. Let's actually head back to Plainsong for that, because I think that's the next... Oh, they don't have a fighting pit in Plainsong. Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Oh, that's that. Now let's head over here. So yeah, ice can especially, like, it's good for crowd control, and it can open it up for a lot of good big combos. Even fairly early in the game, you can, you'll get a lot of the moves that, like, break them out of the you'll be able to freeze them fairly early if you aim for it, and get the abilities that break them out of the freeze and, like, deal a shit ton of damage early. I like the ice moves. If you want to just be like, nope, set everything on fire and deal a shit ton of damage while doing it, fire's the way to go. I don't think there's any crowd control. I think there's a passive or something where you can have a chance when you set enemies on fire, like low enough level enemies on fire, you will just flat out, I think, fear them. That bench is over here, okay. Which is good, but that's the only real crowd control in there. And yeah, that's pretty much fire. It's just a lot of fire, a lot of damage, easy enough. Death is kind of like fire. It does have fears. It does have, I think there's a few necromancer abilities in there where you can maybe raise like enemies or like the spirits of enemies after like if you kill them with that ability. Or maybe it is a passive word, so it's like if you kill somebody with an ability, or you use this ability on like a dead body, an enemy's dead body, you'll just raise them from the dead to fight for you. Can be good. I never really spec'd into it too much, just for the theming of the RP of the character, I never really cared for it, especially an elf mage. I was kind of like, because if you get into the lore, the only people that would really get into like death magic would be Tevinter mages, and they're kind of not all evil. They're not all evil. Some are very good people, but a lot of them are just fucking dick monkeys. And they're actually some of the main protagonists of Dragon Age Inquisition. Or not protagonists, antagonists. There is a main character on your team who is a Tevinter mage, and is trying to like reform them to be like not asshats to the world. Ooh, bomb satchels completely done. Nice. Food pouch is completely done. I can get that grub. Oh, I need another bighorn sheep bone for that. Oh, I need 2 bighorn sheep bones. One for that, one for that. So I need 2 bighorn sheep bones of fox bone. Oh, and I need a pig. Oh. I'll be sad if I shoot the pig. Oh.
Hey, stranger. Are you looking to trade?
Let's see what you got. Oh yeah, and then later in the game, not to spoil it, but you will get to unlock some extra special trees. Later in the game. Skill trees. There's one that does some crowd control and adds a lot of debuffs as it crowd controls. That's one I think I took on my mage, my elf mage. And then there's one called, it's called, what the fuck is it called? It's called like, the Night Enchanter or something like, or the Enchantment Knight or something like that. Where basically you summon a spectral sword and you just run up and beat the shit out of everyone. Just bonk about them. Just bonk them. Well, I mean, it's not even really like story spoilers, because I really like the story in Dragon Age Inquisition. The lore in that game. The Dragon Age lore is almost like Tolkien, George R.R. Martin levels of lore. It's wild. Like, the amount of detail and, like, forethought and backthought that they had putting into it of just, like, it's pretty much just like they made, like, the last 1,000 years worth of, like, history in major events, and then they plop you in to the story of just, like, where it's going from there as one of, like, the main people who, like, is taking part in those events for Origins 2 and Inquisition. So it's just fucking, it's just wild of, like, the amount of, like, lore and stuff in there. So I don't want to spoil any of that if I can help it. Because despite it being, I think that came out in, like, 2014, so it's almost it's like an 8-year-old game at this point. But despite that, I like to keep it relatively spoiler free, because especially if you haven't played Origins or Inquisition, I would highly recommend it. I haven't played 2 yet, and I probably should one of these days. Just to kind of round out what I'm missing. Although I've heard mixed things about 2. And one of the mixed things I've heard about 2 that I'm kind of like, oh, is I guess when you do romances in that game, because that's a, because let's face it, it's a BioWare game. It's mostly romance simulator, and then it's partly, it's partly other stuff, actual like game. I guess in Dragon Age 2, a lot of the characters, like, as you get them, basically as you go on adventures and get through the story of the game, they start to, like, they'll be, like, hitting on you, and like, if they come to the point where, like, hey, let's go do it, and you're just like, no, I don't swing that way, or, like, like, if you're playing a girl and, like, a dude hits on you, or another girl hits on you, and you're just like, no, I don't want that for my character. I wanna date them in the game. Quote unquote date them. They'll be like fucking pissy and they'll stop liking you in the game. It's just like, motherfucker, just because I don't want to bang you doesn't mean we can't be friends.
What's going on here?
Close combat training. Fighting at long range is a good strategy for machines. But fighting an enemy soldier means getting up in their face. I'm Lee Rocket. I run the training pit here in Scalding Spear. I heard you healed the wound in the sand. Maybe now the commander will relax the water rations. You can train here if you like, but you're only allowed your spear and a practice bow in the pit. Everything else stays with me. And if you're looking to test your fighting skills, I also offer challenges. Complete all of them, and you'll get to go up against me.
And what happens if I beat you?
I'll grant you a mark to prove you've mastered this training pit. If you earn marks from me and the pit masters of the Bulwark and Thornmarsh, you'll earn the right to challenge the Endurance.
I think I've heard of the Endori. Some kind of Tanox trainer?
More than just a trainer. The Enduring is a legendary fighter among the clans. The master of masters. Only those who prove themselves in the pits get to train with the Enduring.
Including Outlanders?
You're no ordinary Outlander. So, what will it be? Should you want to practice or take on a challenge, just let me know.
Ooh, challenges. But, yeah. It is very, yeah. Iron Bull is great in that game. He's one of my favorite, again, it's weird because being a dude, I don't fucking care. Being a straight dude in real life, and if I have to play a female character, even if I just feel like a female character fits. For example, in Dragon Age Inquisition, I actually did play a female mage, elf mage, because when I was going to make the male elves, none of them looked like male elves. I don't know if it was the TV or what, or if it was just the fact that I don't have any mods in that game or anything like that. But it's like there are male-looking elves throughout like the game. I'm just like, oh, that's a dude. But for some reason, the character creator, as I was going through it, I was just like, the fuck? I can't make him look like a dude. I couldn't do it. So I ended up playing a female elf mage, and it actually ended up feeling more like it fit the character anyway. But yeah, I still like didn't want to go with the guys. It's very strange. But yeah, I've heard Iron Bull is fantastic in that game. He's hilarious. Yeah, I don't get that, but yeah, it's very much a romance simulator. It can very much be a romance simulator. A basic combo 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, R2. Finish with a Resonator Blast to maximize damage. Defeat your opponent with only those combos. Okay. So I can only use 1, 2, 3, bang, or when the Resonator Blast comes up, I can hit him with that. There we go. Oh, I did the wrong input. What do you mean I did the wrong input? Is there another person in the ring that... No? What do you mean? I'm just trying to start the combo again. You weird game. Whack. Was that it? Why is it saying wrong input when I hit R1 again?
You lost. But better here in the pit than out there.
Yo, the fuck is up with this? I'm gonna retry it because. Oh, I'm doing the fucking Resonator Blast out of order. I need to do warrior attack, then power attack.
Just as you can combine single attacks, you can also chain combinations.
There we go.
Try it with this one.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Dragon Age Inquisition also is like one of the first games that I can remember ever playing that had like romance options, where it's like the characters actually have like their own sexuality. It's like they're not all just bi, you know. So you can't just like walk up, for example, in Dragon Age Inquisition, you can't walk up to Iron Bull as a dude and just be like, hey, let's get it on. And Iron Bull will be like, yo, I'm into chicks. Sorry about that, bud. He'll probably also be like, I get it. I get why. I'm awesome. But, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I personally like the Ice and Death in I had ice, and then when they got to low health, I would hit them with fire. Okay, see you later, Dorano. I actually waved in real life. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. My brain is gone stupid. You're welcome. Oh, fuck. I went by and I waved. I'm doing it again. I'm waving at the fucking TV. I'm just... Oh, why me? But yeah, I don't get it. I have come to the determination. I used to always play guys in RPGs and games when I can, but I have come to the determination if I can't make a dude that looks like I want him to, or even if I'm just tired of playing dudes, now I think I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm just like, just to keep things, it's like I'm an adult. I can do what the fuck I want. I just do 50-50 generally. I'll do, if I did a dude in the last game or the last playthrough, I'll do a chick in the next one. There's no rhyme or reason for it. That's just what at this point, it's just like, okay, it keeps things varied. It's kind of fun to do that kind of a deal. I will say, though, it also does kind of depend on the things that you're doing in the game. For example, if you're playing a tank, and the person that you're playing as won't look very tanky while playing like the female character, or the female version, I'm just kind of like, I'll just play the dude version because they just look tankier and their armor looks tankier. Basically, if I'm trying to play a tank, I don't want bikini armor. Unless I'm playing the barbarian. In which case, I don't care either way if it's a dude or a girl. If you wear the bikini armor. Because that's what barbarians do. But if you're playing like a paladin, and the lady has bikini armor option, and the dude's got like full metal plate, and you know, like a Dark Souls boss, looks like a fucking Dark Souls boss at the end of the game, I'm just like, I'm playing dude. Hey, that's awesome. That looks fucking kick ass. However, if you're playing a mage, and you know, the dude just doesn't really look very mage-like, or even like old man wizardy. Like if I can't, like in Inquisition, you can't really make like an old man wizard because the beard options are very limited. You can't make them look like old and wrinkly too. Uh, it's very much like oh, I'll just play the girl because it fits better, you know, or like thieves in games. I definitely have like, oh, like for some reason the females in games in like the thief armor and stuff like that always look sneakier. And I've found that, I think I figured that one out playing Skyrim, is like when you get to like the Nightingale armor and stuff like that, for some reason the ladies look sneakier and like they're like, ooh, I'm gonna get you. Whereas the dudes, it's just like more, it's just like black colored armor to them. I don't know, it's just like a little bit like different, where it's just like they look like they're sneakier. Yeah, it's those like weird subtle differences that like make me go one way or the other. Hold on. Oh, hold on, I think I got it. Come here, biggin. What do you mean wrong input? Hold on. Fuck, I suck. Come here. I'm in his fucking arm. Nah, come here. Ah, fucking... Come here.
Here's something.
Gotcha!
Different. I want you to practice using aerial slash to chain into an aerial jump.
Why are you saying this after I've done it? But yeah, no, it's definitely like, yeah. See, I'm not, when it comes to like the Nier games, and especially Nier Automata, when it's like, I haven't played it, but I haven't played it because I'm like, 2B doesn't look like she's old enough to be dressed like that in a video game. If you know what I mean. It almost feels like the actual like official thing is like a Rule 34, but she also kind of looks like she's maybe 14 or 15. So I'm just kind of sitting there going like, oh, no, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. And I know Japan, their age of consent and whatever, and like their like target, like in America, the tech, if you're talking like, including the creepy people, like, oh, it's 18. In Japan, it's more of like 16. Maybe it's the cultural thing, but it's still creepy and young to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I frankly don't want to get it. You guys can have that. I've heard Nier Automata is very fun. Has a lot of cool philosophy in it. I'll leave that to other people, unless somebody can make a mod where she's actually doesn't look like a child, or like not, and by a child I mean like a sophomore in high school. I am now 30. I do not need to be watching what looks to me like a sophomore in high school run around in a skimpy outfit. Especially when you go, I guess when you climb a ladder, the big thing like was when you climb a ladder in that game, apparently you get an upskirt shot. And just like, and when I heard that, I saw it on like a news article of like, hey, people are being creepy with 2B. I'm just like, oh no, I can't play that game. Oh, it's 14 Japan? That makes it worse almost. That really is like, a 14-year-old is a child. Even when I was 14, I was like, I am a child. There is no adults thing about a 14-year-old. There's nothing adulty.
All right, I yield.
The fuck, I beat him?
Pretty sure I'll have a bruise to remember it by. Here, a mark as promised.
I didn't fucking do anything. I didn't even get his health bar down a lot.
Go to the training pits in the Bulwark and Thornmarsh. Earn their marks, then you can challenge the Enduring. Few have ever done so, but I think you might have a shot. And if you want to train more or take on another challenge, let me know. The pit will always welcome you.
No, yeah. Sometimes you need to just not have the internet for a little while, though, because...
Let me know if you want to train in the pit again.
I mean, people are weird, though, just because I mean, if you've ever been on the internet and played Hollow Knight and you're looking up Hollow Knight stuff because you're like, oh, the game is cool, or oh, I'm trying to defeat this boss, you will come across Hollow Knight fan art. Not by your own want or will. It'll just be there. And those are bugs. They're quite literally insects. They are spiders and like beetles and roly-polies. And people are making Rule 34 of fucking bugs in a game. About, you know,
Outlander.
effectively trying to determine if you have a soul or not. Like, no, that's a bad way of putting it, because that's not true. Well, I guess, it's kind of true. But yeah, it is very... The internet, I've come to learn that the internet can be horny for a fucking rock on the side of the road. It's like, you take a picture of that rock, somebody's making a fucking Rule 34 of it. Like, that's gonna be one sexy ass rock that somebody's banging. For literally zero reason. The fuck is... I beat the Pitmaster in Chainscript. Ah, weird people. The fuck is this? Oh, I did that. Yeah, so careful on the internet, as you know, Vicar. But if anyone else out there is listening, it's like, yeah, the internet's a terrible place. Some days it's just awful. Where do I even need to go? I kind of want to get the pouch stuff a bit more, which is mainly fish anymore. But I also kind of want to just start exploring south and maybe even get this cauldron. Ooh, that would be nice. So actually, let's kind of head over to... Let's just go to this Pitmaster in Thornmarsh. And we'll do that next time. Yeah. Because guess what? Looking for a game and typing in a specific thing anymore. Yeah, but that's like a humanoid thing. Like, they still look like people and are generally, like, you can determine, like, okay, they are of an age versus some, you know, it's like, no, it's like an animal or just like a weird monster thing. And I guess not to kink shame too much. I shouldn't kink shame too much, but, like, I don't know. They're little bugs, and you're in that game, and you're sexualizing them, and it's like, yeah, and then it's like there's children in some games, and they're being sexualized. And you're just like, internet, why you do this? What wrong with you?
Are all the Nora as strong as you?
But, yeah, no, it's... I don't understand things sometimes. Do I have to really get in the ick water fight? Oh, that's gross. I don't want to do that. Oh. Yeah, we'll do that next time. But anyway... Yeah, I don't get things sometimes. Yeah, it's... What do you got? I don't want blood bread. That sounds gross. Ooh, fruit on fire. Oh, yeah. That kind of reminds me, I had the Great MRE. Sounds better than a fucking actual MRE. This kind of reminds me, for dinner yesterday, my sister, when I was home for the weekend, my sister-in-law and my brother have been growing peppers. They've been growing jalapenos, and they've been growing like just regular bell peppers. And they picked some were ready, and they picked some, but all the signs blew out. All like the tiny little signs had blown out of their garden in a storm, and we weren't sure if they were green peppers or jalapenos because they looked bigger than your usual jalapeno, and they weren't like smooth, like exactly smooth like a jalapeno. But they were about the jalapeno shape and only a little bit bigger than jalapenos usually are. So I got to play pepper roulette as to whether. So I chopped up some of those peppers with very small pieces.
Good day.
So yeah, I got to cut them up very small in case they were jalapenos, and I tossed them in with some other stuff. And it turned out that they were actually green bell peppers. I kinda didn't win the Russian roulette, the pepper roulette, but is what it is. Yeah, that's the other thing is like that I don't get is like, and I know this is somewhat of and I don't understand how it is a hotly debated topic right now, but it is a hotly debated topic. Just because they're 2,000 years old in the lore or whatever, if they look like a child, they look like a child. Don't be fucking like having thoughts about that shit. I don't care about their personality or what they are in the game. They look like a literal child. Don't do it. Don't think about that. I don't remember the term for that is, but they had it in one of the worst and better games I've played more recently has oddly been Fire Emblem Three Houses. It is weirdly, it's the strategy part of it is so good and it's so fun. But half the game is like a romance game, and I don't know if the other Fire Emblem games were like that or not, or if it's a Three Emblems thing they introduced. Because I never played a Fire Emblem game before it. I wanted to, because I heard they were great, but I didn't, like a lot of them were on like the handheld games, like the 3DS and the DS, and I didn't care for staring at a small screen. That time I was like, you know what, I should get a Fire Emblem game. I was like, I don't want to stare at a small screen. So I got Three Houses, and yeah, the beginning of that game is like literally high schoolers. Technically, your character is a high schooler too. But the fact that there's like dating and attempted romance and stuff at the beginning is kind of like, this is a little weird to play. And also, even when a lot of them grow up, there's only a few characters who actually look like they're above 18, even after like the 10 years later mark, and they're like all like 25 or older in the game. There's only like a handful that actually look like they're 25 or older, and it's very like, well, this is awkward. And the goddess of the game is like, again, 2000 like infinite millennium year old goddess. Looks like I want to say like a 10-year-old, or is like trapped in the body of a 10-year-old or something like that. And it's just like, and again, I'm looking up strategies and which house to pick in the game, and the inevitable comes up just in the feed when you scroll down enough or try and look through enough fucking strategy guides. There's always that fucking thing about like, look, the goddess is like so hot, and you're just like, the fuck? She's 10 years old, man. What is wrong with you? I don't get it. I don't like it. It needs to stop. Internet, you need to stop. Anyway, there's my rant about why fucking weird shit is weird. Again, I understand that like other countries have a different culture as to what is like what is the appropriate age for, you know, being sexualized or start having like sexual thoughts about that. But again, that's weird that you have to put an age to it. And it's very strange that it's like it's very low in countries enough where I'd be like, no, that's a child. Even when I was that young, I was clearly considered myself a child. No, nuh-uh. So there's my rant on why people are creepy. Everyone's creepy. Don't do that. Internet, you need to stop it and get your shit together. You need to get off the drugs, internet, and just fucking, like, get a job. I don't know. And stop being weird as shit. And then, oh yeah, I'm glad, pepper roulette is a good idea. I actually need to start buying more jalapenos when I make tacos. Maybe that'll be next week. I'll make some tacos with, I'll get some jalapeno. I'll buy some jalapeno from the store maybe this week. Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. My tacos I've been making lately haven't been spicy enough. So maybe it's jalapeno. And that, I don't know if my spice tolerance has gotten better or if jalapenos, like the growers, have just made them sweeter because it's more mass market appealable. But last few times I've had jalapenos at a restaurant, like something with jalapenos in a restaurant, the jalapenos are oddly kind of sweet. Like they're still got some spice to them, but they're almost a little sweet tasting too. And I knew it; jalapenos always had a little bit of a sweet taste, but now it's like pretty noticeable, and it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, I need to buy a grill one of these days and put it in my backyard so I can cook like fish and stuff without stinking up my house. Cause last time I tried to cook fish in an apartment one time, and that shit, even with all the windows open for like 2 days straight, and fans going and all that, it did not stop smelling like fish when I walked in for, I want to say, 2 days. And even then, it kind of still smelled like fish a little bit in the kitchen. It's just like, oh. Because you know that, like, cooked fish smell. It doesn't ever taste, it's never, like, tasty cooked fish smell. It's like, oh, this cooked fish has been sitting out for a little bit and it's cold now, fish smell. It's not like an appetizing fish smell. Which, I don't know how that happens, because cooked fish smells, like, delicious. Like, as you're cooking, it smells great, but as soon as you're done cooking it and you eat it, it fucking starts to smell like an ass. It starts to smell real fishy, and it doesn't go away. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that fish has a smell revenge on humans. It's like, oh, you're gonna kill me and eat me? Fuck you! I'll make your fucking house smell like me, like my anus for like 2 days. Haha, bitch. It's unfair. I am trying to eat less meat though in general, so maybe it's not the worst thing. Anyway, that's enough of my rant about it, creepy internet and hot pepper surprise. Which in this case, it turned out it was not hot pepper, it was green pepper. Very good green pepper, though. Oh, there's a dragonfly on the screen there. But yeah, I'll call it here. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. It'll probably more depend on how I feel. Because like today, and I wasn't the only one, I wasn't alone on this one today. Both me and my coworkers were all just kind of like at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon at work. We were just like, motherfucker, I could just like go home and take a nap now. I got a little coffee and got a bit of a second wind, but that coffee's starting to wear off now, that caffeine. So it's very much just like, oh, take that while I'm looking at it. We'll see how it is tomorrow. Tomorrow, if it hits me at like noon, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna get home and just be like, oh, and really, frankly, not really want to stream. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I got the energy and the time tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching, listening, doing things, and thanks for joining me, Victor and Durano, while you were here. And yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Probably Uncharted. And we'll continue our Uncharted 3 adventure. And then sometime over the weekend, I think we'll do a few, whatchamacallem streams. A few, Super Mario Sunshine streams. Because that should be very fun, in fact. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Adios. And yes, I do want to stop the broadcast. I am sure I want to stop the broadcast. You ask every time, Game Console.